Welcome to jQuery video series, and this is part 102, and today we are going to talk about the height function, which is pretty simple. Alright, so before I jump into jQuery, alright, I'm assuming that you're having a jQuery file with you in your project and you have added the reference of that into your head section of your document, and plus you have written some JavaScript code which is good to go in order to execute our jQuery instructions. So before jumping to the code, let's look at the markup, and we have one h2 and we have 4 paragraphs, and we are interested in the last one, and I have decorated the class as green, which means it's going to get a border of 5 pixel and the border color is going to be green, and the width is 720 pixel, which we don't care much. Alright, so now I'm going to save this thing and let's preview in browser. Okay, so this is a pretty simple HTML we are looking at here. Now I want to calculate the height of this element. So we have the, remember the CSS function using which I can calculate the height. So I'm instructing jQuery, hey jQuery, find me the last paragraph and tell me what's its height using the CSS method, and whatever value you find, you please let me know via an alert. So jQuery is going to look at this element and try to calculate its height. So if I come here and if I do the refresh, I should get a height as 20px. Please remember, when I'm using the CSS method, it is giving me px in the end, right? And next we are going to use the height method itself, which is not going to give me a px. It is simply going to give me 20px in return. So the syntax is pretty simple. Whatever you want to find is the selector, and you are looking its height, and you are putting the value in it, and then you're doing the alert. So let's do the refresh. I should get the same value, but this time I should only get 20, not 20px. So that's the difference between the CSS function and using the height function. Alright, and like I said, height is not only used for get, height can be used for set as well. So if I want to set a height of this last element as 200, so either I can do it using a string, but I need to specify a dimension as px, or I can specify an integer, so it will pick up automatically. Right, so if I come here and if I do the refresh, so you will see the height is huge. Alright, so I hope you got the idea that how to use a height. Up next we are going to look at the inner height, and I hope to see you there. And once again, thank you for your time on this, and thank you for listening to me.